Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
Check, 59. 6 man. Check curls, check.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check the backer.
Protein spill. Hey, Haywood.
Max 22.
2nd and 4. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 57 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set. Come to the ending. Watch the blast. Watch the blast.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I'll tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Come on,
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Cruz on the crossing route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On third down, Jackson. He's got his man Cruz. And he goes out right around the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check, 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 check. Check 13. Check 13. Check, check, check.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Dolphins'
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got Cruz complete. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Go. Check 25, check 25.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bengals nothing.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. taking it in from 11 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Ready up.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 3.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Second and 15. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
First down 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hard.
On first down, Taylor. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Kill. Undercrunch.
Hey, rock it. Now.
Here's a second and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here's Taylor, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Yeah. Hey, Echo.
Mike, check. 59. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Hit it.
Second and 9 now. Throw complete to Herndon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
60 Pittsburgh.
Focus, defense, focus. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 31. Safe.
Back to throw here. And he's wrapped up. taken down back at the 25.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The kick by Sanders is good. But hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a first down. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's complete to Cruz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A gain of 3, second down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 42 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
X3, 218, chop it.
Switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Rush in, rush in.
Leo.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Let's go.
Ready? 18 Gators.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
Check 59.
Hey, high 7.
Check 59. Mike is
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Sanders' kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, throw left side complete. It's Lamb. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Come on.
On first down, Mixon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Torrey McTyer there on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Dolphins' 48-yard line.
55, come on, guys, 55. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. That's right.
They go play action now. Jackson. But he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
59. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 3. Check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch out. Check. Fresno. Kick. Sick. Pull it. Hey, turn it up.
From the gun, Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on it.
Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. Watch the screen.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Jackson, operating from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Jackson, and this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Squeeze. Hey!
I got motion. Let's go.
On first down, it's Taylor. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
59. Not today, you won't. Not today.
Now.
2nd and 5. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
4 down. Check. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll drop the throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 5.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, lock it.
Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem? Every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
That one 28 yards on the ground. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch the ship. Hey, watch it.
They'll run with Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They were the 46 defense just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Watch the ball. 57's the night. Watch 57. Hey, watch the screen. 57's going to go.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First down, Bengals.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now Mixon, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Go, Jet 5.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, that'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Airing one out for Boyd. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
On the set.
Check 59, 59. Here we go, D. Here I come.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Kill. Hey, alert 3. Check your hot read.
Check. 80 weapons.
Hot.
Now.
That's mine. I got him.
Ready.
2nd and long. Going deep now for Herndon. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
On the double.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hard. Hey, seam 6.
Watch twist. Switch.
Let go.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Out. Check safety. Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
6-6. Pull it high.
Let's get off the field, D.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They're going to look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. 8, read.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Chance. Sponge.
Leo.
Jim.
Snap.
Back to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. Set. Switch the outlaw. We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. The 20. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted. Sets up a first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Let's go. Shoot.
They'll try to run this one in. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players too who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
Short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down. First and 10.
70, Indy.
Don't get nervous. Hey, watch it, watch it.
You're out.
Crunch, crunch.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bengals 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep, man up, deep.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
We got 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Taylor. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check, 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 check. Check 13. Check 13.
Snap.
Looking to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Jackson on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 88. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Ready, break.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
You draw Corker.
Under 10. 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Miller.
The pass on 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right here, right here.
They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. Cut. At the 38-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Cincinnati. 63 yards on first down. Mixon, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think.
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On second down now, it's Taylor. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hey, check 24. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Alert flare.
Greystone travel.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Watch.
On second down, it's Snell. And an alley to run. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, come on, now.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now Jackson, he's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. That one good for 26 and a first down. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.